Well, alrighty, gang. Here we go. Here we go. I got 10, 15 minutes for you guys. I just got out of the dentist office. My buddy Christian, who's a dentist, pulled my tooth. I literally just got out of the dentist chair. I'm blown away I'm even doing this show. I'm going to be on Phil Freeman's Lobster Chronicles tonight at 5:30 or 5 o'clock. And we'll do our regular show like that. But right now, I just got this tooth pulled out of my head. And yeah, look at that. That's my tooth, gang. That is my tooth that just got pulled just now. I'll bet you nobody else that just got their tooth pulled is doing a live show right now for you. Oh my gosh. Yep. There you go, Arnie. There's the tooth. And yeah. I'm going to do my show tonight with Phil Freeman at 5:30, Lobster Chronicles. We're going to be talking lobsters and how it all started and where it's at and all that stuff. And yeah. But right now, I just got to go live, take care of a few things, and tell everybody thank you very much for showing up and voting. You guys did great. You voted. But unfortunately, in the state of California, as you know, you guys can vote for stuff, but there's no voter ID in the state of California. So whatever you vote for, they just decide to go the other way. And that's what happened with this special call election on Prop 50. They once again showed you there is no sense in anything. And they, unfortunately, we don't have voter ID in the state of California. And there's only one reason why they do that. And you guys got to see it firsthand. No voter ID, doesn't matter what you vote for anymore in the state of California anyway. Hopefully they get that fixed before they vote for the next governor of the state of California. But yeah. And then I'm just telling you, I can't believe anybody would actually vote for redistricting. Oh my gosh. We took it out of the legislators' hands back in 2009, 2010. We voted for it. We took it out of their hands. And then here it is again, and it's just shoved down our throats. And we didn't vote for it. And don't ever think for 1 second that, no, you know what, Jeanette, we're not stupid. No, there is no voter ID in the state of California. Therefore, whatever passes, it's them. They pass whatever they want to pass. It has nothing to do with voting. Unfortunately, enough of us showed up, enough of us voted, but it doesn't matter. When you have no voter ID, you have no, what do they say, Ron? You have no real say in what happens because your vote doesn't matter. It somehow passed because there's no voter ID in the state of California. That's why. Period. End of story. You can argue with me all day long. I don't really care. If you can show me why we don't have voter ID in the state of California, then I'll tell you. But yeah, well, here's why, gang. I was at the dentist. I just got to Ron's house right now, but I was at the dentist getting this little baby pulled just now. This was in my mouth an hour and a half ago. Woohoo! Yeah. I just got this thing pulled out. Can you imagine that thing sat in my mouth for 63 years. And now it's right here. Where's Dave? I'm at Ron's warehouse in beautiful sunny Southern California. That is nasty. Yeah, it is nasty, gang. And if you could imagine, that thing was planted right there 2 hours ago. I just got it ripped out of my face by my great dentist, Christian. He's a phenomenal fisherman. Been my dentist forever. I flew up to California to have this thing pulled out up here with my dentist taking care of it. So that's why I'm a little bit late today, gang. We're going to make up for it, though, today with the Phil Freeman show this afternoon at 5:30. We're going to go live on the Phil Freeman show, and we're going to talk about, I know, and talk about how hard that was to get out, Jeanette. Oh, my God. That was so gnarly, right? Oh, thank God I'm all numbed up right now. Can you imagine the pain's going to hit me? No, it's not gold. It's the way that it looks, Mike. It's been in my mouth. That's rot. It rotted right there. Look at that. Isn't that gross? That's rot. No, you're not late, Robert. I'm late. I was getting my tooth pulled just now. Yeah, that is some nasty ass stuff right there. But we're talking about voting in California and how corrupt it is and how it doesn't matter. I'm sorry. And we're going to see that again tomorrow when we watch the Fish and Game Commission meeting. We're going to get to see how filthy dirty this whole thing is, because they're going to tell us about the sand bass, and they're going to take a lap and talk about how they saved sand bass and how there's more sand bass now than because they did all this stuff to make sure they saved the sand bass. They're going to talk about kelp restoration. They're not going to talk about the MLPA process tomorrow. They took it off the docket. But we'll see. We're going to be there anyway. We're going to see what's going on. We're going to see what they're going to talk about. But I'm in Ron's warehouse here in beautiful sunny Southern California. I should make a necklace out of that tooth. There you go. Ward off evil spirits. Keep everybody away from me. That is gnarly though, right? That is flipping gnarly. That rot, that grossness that is on that tooth. Look at that. Ugh. That is some gross ass shit. Yeah. There it does. You know what, Arnie? It doesn't even matter. We just found out. It doesn't even matter. Just like last year with the gas tax. It doesn't matter anymore, gang. In the state of California, there's no voter ID. So therefore, nothing makes sense. You can't tell me the election was won. You can't tell me the election was lost. You can't tell me anything anymore because I firmly believe with no voter ID, it's not a fair election. That's for damn sure. And if any of you believe that it is, then explain to me why there's no voter ID in the state of California. If everything's on the up and up and everybody cares, because we need ID to go fishing. We need ID to drive a car. We need ID to go to the circus. We need ID to go to the fair. We need ID to go to Disneyland. We need ID to do every single thing we do on a daily basis, but we don't need ID to vote. I hauled ass up here yesterday and I voted down in San Diego, and I was at the ballot box and I was listening to somebody who was trying to show their ID, and they were told, no, we're not allowed to look at your ID. You're not even allowed to check it. if you're working at the place. Oh, your web store is up and running. Oh, great, John. That's great. If you guys want to get some hooks, check out River Cat's Tackle. You can get all kinds of stuff over there, but his store is up and running now, and we'll bring you on the show next Wednesday, John. We'll talk all about it. Today I'm just throwing the show out there real quick because, as I said, I got that tooth pulled, and it's a Okuma Wednesday. And real quick, I just want to show you these rods that Okuma's making. Check out these Catalina rods. They're incredible. These things are hard to beat, second to none. I absolutely love the Catalina series of rods.
Hey guys, this is John Bretz with Okuma Fishing Tackle. What we have here is a new Catalina rod series. This is new saltwater series. We're doing 5 different models, all going to be 7.5 foot lengths. We're going to do a medium heavy, and heavy live bait rod. A lot of versatility with that rod. And we're going to do 2 rail rods, a 2XH and a 3XH model. You'll notice the foregrips are EVA on all of the rods. The rail rods are going to have a shrink tube rear grip with a machined aluminum gimbal. And then when you look at the live bait rods, those will have an EVA with a rubber end cap. As far as a guide configuration goes, we're going to have stainless steel welded guides on the live bait rods. And those will also be bridge guides, so it's extremely durable. This is the type of guide that you want for ultimate durability. And then for the rail rods, we have stainless steel C-guide frames with zirconium inserts. So not only do you have that deep pressed frame design to protect the insert, you also have zirconium, which is going to be optimized for braided line fishing. This is just an incredible rod. The rod blank itself is 24-ton carbon fiber, so it's going to be lightweight and extremely durable. And then we equipped all these rods with our UFR tip technology. That's going to give you over 3 times the lifting power. So if you're in a situation where you don't want a high stick, but you actually have a fish that runs under the boat, it's going to help protect and make that rod that much more durable. As far as the reel seats go on the live bait rods, they're all going to have Fuji reel seats, but depending on the model, it'll either be the DPS Fuji reel seat or the heavy duty graphite Fuji reel seat. So great componentry. When you get to the rail rod, you're going to have a machined aluminum Okuma reel seat, 2-toned anodized. Just looks amazing and give you amazing performance. These are rods that I'd put on my boat and I'd fish on any trip. Amazing new introduction in addition to the Okuma product line, the Catalina rod series. If you want to find out more information, check it out at a retailer near you or on okumafishingusa.com.
Yeah, check that out at okumafishingusa.com. You won't believe those rods, and you won't believe the price point they come in at. So check all that out. There's the QR code at the bottom of the screen. And oh my God, the pain that was alleviated by pulling that tooth out is absolutely incredible. I'm so stoked. Oh, wow. That's crazy, Jeanette. I didn't know. Yeah, absolutely incredible. The no voter ID in the state of California makes 0.0 cents. You're not going to tell me it does. But, and you can't tell me that's a racist thing. My God, you got to have a voter ID. You got to have ID for everything we do except for vote in the state of California. So, you have to have an ID. You have to show your ID to get into Disneyland. If people can show their ID to get into Disneyland, they can sure the hell show their ID to vote. It's absolutely incredible. John, you're going to be on the show next Sunday. We're going to be talking about all the great things at River Cat's Tackle. Everybody, I'm going to just recover here. I just wanted to do the show few minutes here real quick, show you all what's going on. but I'm going to relax for a little while. And then I will be on. First, we'll be going live on my channel tonight at 5:30. And then we'll also be live on the Phil Freeman show on Freeman Adventures, Lobster Chronicles, both at 5:30. So you want to tune in at 5:30. You want to subscribe, and you want to hit the notification button so you don't miss anything. We go late, we go early, we are constantly doing stuff. Every once in a while, I'm a human being, though, and I have to go do something like get my tooth pulled. I thought I would be back in time to start the show at noon, but here we are. You got to give me credit, though. I went live. I just had, if you haven't seen, I'm going to show you guys one more time. I just had this jerked out of my face, this tooth, and all that's rot right there. All that rot. Crazy, right? Oh, God, it's so gross. So there you go. Kelly's going to be happy my breath isn't going to stink so bad. See you guys later. I'll see you tonight, or I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.